Okay, so next let's take care of the contour guidelines. So we have some that you can probably guess because we did them on the back. So one of the easy ones that you could guess from the back is the mid-shoulder. So we can find the middle of the shoulder. And come down an eighth. Here, this might make you dizzy for a second, but let me see if I can zoom in on this. So I'll zoom in on some of these. Sorry. Alright, so we come down an eighth at mid-shoulder to 0 at the neck and 0 at the shoulder tip. So this little bit here gets taken out. Then another one that we did on the back was the side seam. So at the original armhole, we came in a 1/2 inch, and then it's to 0 at the waist. But we have this dart in the way. There's a lot of ways to take care of that, but perhaps the easiest one is just to fold the dart. So I'm folding the dart leg that is closer to the waist, further away from the armhole. So you see that? That's the armhole. And I folded the dart leg that is further away from there. And then I'm going to bring that dart leg up. And then I'll put my ruler against that 1/2 inch mark there. Let's see, now that I'm zoomed in, can I fit this whole thing on camera? So this mark is a 1/2 inch inside. And then down here, this is the waist. So this is the armhole up here. This is the waist down here. So I don't need to take anything out of the waist. So I'm going to put my ruler right up against the waist. And then under the armhole, I'm going to put it a 1/2 inch in. And then I'm just going to draw the line. So that's what my wedge looks like, taken out. So this is the part that's going to go away. Right? So I just need to transfer that shape through to my dart. So there's a lot of ways to do that. I can do it with, I can transfer this line through all these layers of the dart with my spiky tracing wheel or with an awl. I just so happen to have a thumbtack handy. So I'll just, right on this new line that I drew, I'll just like poke through the paper. And then you probably won't be able to see it on camera, but I have these little perforated dots here now that tell me my new dart shape. So I can just put my ruler up against those perforated dots and redraw my dart shape. So those are the two easy ones. Then we have a couple that are more involved. So let me move this and bring this over, and then let me zoom you back out again. Sorry, it'll make you dizzy for a sec, but I need to see the whole thing. So I don't know if you remember when you did your basic block. So I just did that side contour and I just did that shoulder contour. But because we have this cutout neckline and this cutout armhole, we also need to take contour number 3 out of the armhole and contour number 1 out of the mid-neck. So I'll just emulate what I did on my basic block. So for contour number 1 out of the mid-neck, I'll just copy it, the location anyway. So I'll put my block back up against here, make a mark for where my mid-neck is going to be, and I can even make marks for where my number 3 is going to be. That's great. So then, from my mid-neck, I draw a line to my apex. And then my bust radius distance, which on these dress forms is somewhere around 3. I think mine was something like 3 1/8, but it's somewhere around 3. I'll make a mark. And then I'll come out my distance for that. So let's go look at the book. So I have to go to a different screen than you in order to scroll. So let's see, number 1. So this is number 1, and it looks like the standard measurement is 1/4. So that's, yours should be close to that. That's what mine is. Mine is 1/4. So I come towards the front 1/4 inch, make a mark, and then I draw to my mid-neck and to my apex. So this is where my neckline crosses. So this is where I'm going to close it. I'm going to close it right here because this is going to be my excess. And then let's do the armhole one. So I'm just going to draw my armhole contour number 3. Oops, for my apex, not my dart. So this isn't from your dart, it's from your apex. And so this is where my armhole crosses it, so that's where I'm going to close it. When I close these, I have to put them somewhere. They have to go somewhere. If I close these, they're like little darts, and it's going to want to cup, right? It's going to want to stop being flat. So I have to put them somewhere. So I can put maybe some of this, like this one here, into this one. And I could put this one here into this one. I could put them both into the bust dart if I want, or the waist dart if I want. But I just have to, when I close these, another dart has to open some more. So I'll get some brown paper so that you can see the contrast. Another thing I need to do is find the middle of these darts. So draw the middle of the dart to give me something to cut on. And then I'm going to find the middle of this dart. And then I'll go get some brown paper and we'll slash our contour lines and spread our darts.